So if someone offers you your favorite food when you're full, it's not nearly as enjoyable as when you're starving, right? And the daffodils that are starting to come out now are way more enjoyable because we've had 4 months of nothing. And now all of a sudden, there is life. There's something tremendously powerful in not having something and then having something. And I'll read you something from New Church Teaching. It's from the work True Christian Religion. The church recognizes that the Lord had two states while he was in the world. The one was called being emptied out. The traditional word is exinanition, but it just means being emptied out. The other called glorification. There's even one place in Isaiah where it says, he emptied out his soul even to death. In this state, he prayed to the Father. In fact, he cried out on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me? Furthermore, without this state, it would have been impossible for him to be crucified. The state of being glorified was the state of union. His divine soul that was always within him, that was the God of the universe, was filling his spirit and body at times. So he had those times. The Lord was in this state when he was transfigured before the 3 disciples, when he performed miracles. He was in it when he said that the Father and he were one. After complete union, he said he had all power. And the Lord was alternating between these states of being emptied out and then being filled. It wasn't just one dump of the sticks. It was a progressive emptying out of the humanity that he took on from Mary that was limited, that was flawed, and gradually filling that divine spirit into that body until he became God in the flesh. Peter had to go through that. At the Last Supper, the Lord said, you're all going to deny me. And you remember what Peter said? I will not deny you. If I have to die with you, I will not deny you. And the Lord said, you're going to deny me 3 times before the cock crows. And in the gospel, it said that as the denial, the third denial was coming out of his mouth, he heard the cock crow. And he remembered, and he went out and wept bitterly. Think about that pride, that hubris that had said, I will never deny you, that had to be emptied out before he could really get what his mission is. And we're told that he became one of the boldest of the disciples after the Lord's resurrection. So he had to empty out the ego part before he could be filled with something that was much more powerful. And of course, we have to do the same, don't we? How many of you this morning had to empty something out so that you could come to church in an okay state of mind? Like, okay, we're letting that behind. We're just going to be here. Right? We have to do that all the time. And on a bigger scale, we have to be emptying out pride, envy, anger, frustration, sadness, loneliness, so that we can be filled. And I think here's the thing that is so important about the way the Easter story flowed, is what a lot of people say is, I'm not having joy in my life. I want to be happier. I'm not having connection in my life. I want more connection. And just like the Lord was alive, he had risen, and the disciples didn't get it because they hadn't shed what they needed to shed to be able to get it. We have to do the same. We've got to be saying, I've got to get rid of the things that stand in the way, because the Lord loves all of us, right? He wants you to be happy. And he's waiting for the vessel to be empty. waiting for this. Because he can fill you. But it takes the emptying out. He does the filling part. We do the emptying out. So what do you need to empty out today? Just to get through today in a cheerful, Spirit-filled way. Is there anything you need to just let go of? Now our chancel's looking a little bit empty, isn't it? And we're going to have a chance to come up and fill this chancel. And as you do that, I invite you to think about the ways that you would like the Lord to fill your heart, your spirit. Is there something that you're wanting? And then ask the second part, is there something I need to let go of so that that can happen in my heart, so that I can be filled, so that the joy the Lord is already holding out to us can be received? How can I act with love and kindness today? And you know what's great? You're going to bring these flowers up, and then these flowers are going to be gifted on to other people. So you come up saying, Lord, fill me, but you're giving something that's going to be filling somebody else. And that's the way it works, isn't it? When we seek to make a difference in other people's lives, then we're able to receive blessing in our own lives. Another thing you can do, if you want to, is just come up and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for being willing to go through all that you went for us and showing us that you were God. And that also is filling, because I think any of us realize there's no way we could have done what the Lord did. We don't have that much love. And isn't it wonderful that we can realize our own poverty, our own emptiness in the face of the Lord's filling up? And afterwards, when all the flowers are up here and you're seeing all this beautiful, look at it and think about, that's what the Lord wants in your life. He wants that much beautiful in your life. And He's waiting. He's waiting to fill you. It's a matter of taking that breath, letting go, emptying out, and the filling will happen automatically. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy may be full.